Hello, this is Dr. Kamani, licensed clinical psychologist. This is going to be a short video today. And if you are a Black woman in a toxic job, I just want to ask you, have you ever said some version of this to yourself? I'm just trying to hold on to, or I just want to stick it out until, okay, in relation to your toxic job. So if you have done that, many times you are trying to, I would say, play a trick on yourself, trying to convince yourself that being at a toxic job for a certain period of time is okay because you're trying to stick it out until your child, I don't know, graduates from high school, graduates from college. Hello, Kia. So if this is happening for you, I really want to encourage you to think about what does that mean in terms of the quality of your life while you're waiting until you're holding on, right? So if you're holding on, that does not sound like a comfortable existence. It doesn't sound like anything that someone will look forward to. So I want to talk about that. And I also want to talk about something else that is really disturbing and fascinating. So I've heard from a number of Black women who talked about they are concerned in terms of their employer. Um, Hello, Latanya. They have concerns that their employer will know if they are trying to leave their job. So I've had Black women say, is my employer going to be able to see my responses to this chat? I've heard Black women talk about their employer will like track them on LinkedIn to watch their activity. And it's disturbing because a lot of times when I'm going live, it's outside of work hours for most people. So there's a fear that they will be found out. So even if you want to leave the toxic job, there's a level of fear that many people have about even taking the step to get out because they feel that their employer is going to find out and there'll be consequences. Okay. So that is just a very sad experience. And I was also thinking about something in relation to the masterclass. So you may have mentioned, I see you, Colette. You may have seen me talk about the masterclass that I'm doing with S. Emery Archer, the anti-HR lady, and the masterclass is called Save Yourself, Channel Your Inner Harriet so that you can get out of that toxic, hostile job with your sanity and your coin. So something I thought about is that the masterclass is set up in Zoom format. However, I know that Black women are fearful that other people are going to see that they're trying to look for another job or that they want out of that job. Okay. So I want to assure you of some things. Number one, it is on Zoom. However, you need to have a meeting link to get in. Also, you can choose not to have your camera on. In fact, the setting is set up so that you will not be on camera, okay? And you can choose a different name. So you don't even have to choose your correct name, okay? So the fear is real. I want to acknowledge that. But I don't want you to miss out on connecting with people, learning about resources because you are fearful of your employer. Okay, that's the one thing. The other thing is, I want you to really think about, is it okay to live a life just saying to yourself, I'm just going to try to hang on, or if I could just hold on, or I'm trying to stick it out. That doesn't seem like a good life for you. Okay. So you may have watched the video that I did yesterday, the very, very powerful video I did yesterday about Black women in toxic jobs, reclaiming our power, excuse me, so taking our power back. And the response to that video was a lot of people in the comments and a lot of people still watching the video. So due to the amount of people expressing interest in the video, we are doing a part two this Sunday, upcoming Sunday. And as I mentioned before, that it will be on it'll be on 5 o'clock my time. Thank you, Colette. That was an excellent live. Thank you, my friend, my hearing friend. So it'll be at 5 o'clock on Sunday because 5 o'clock was the key time when I was at that toxic job that I dreaded. I dreaded that time because it was a reminder that the weekend was over. I had to go back to that place, right? So again, I just wanted to just come on really briefly today And just say to yourself, if you are in a situation and you are saying to yourself, I'm just going to try to stick it out, I'm just going to try to hang on until, okay, that is a sign that this is not healthy for you, okay? And if you are trying to find resources to get out, when you think about like LinkedIn, I know for me, like one day I was going through LinkedIn, and you know how LinkedIn will suggest people for you to follow? I saw the workplace bully in my LinkedIn thing, right? I said, I'm not gonna let this woman in my house, okay? So I blocked her. And just so you know, you can block people on LinkedIn, okay? I've also heard that Black women on LinkedIn, they have created a different profile. So like, let's say they have a different business. They've created a business LinkedIn profile separate from their other profile. And you can block people from following you, okay? So just keep that in mind. I see in the chat, and many of us are the last hired and first fired because the expectations of us far exceeds our non-Black colleagues. Yes. And you know what's so disturbing about that is that even though we're the last hired and first fired, many times we're overqualified. We're more qualified than anybody else, right? But still, we are targets in terms of being let go sooner or experiencing more toxic, negative experiences in the workplace. So that's why I'm talking, that's why Colette talks on her channel, Colette Elizabeth, in terms of what to do when we recognize that we're in these toxic situations, we're in situations where we're not growing, we're in situations where we're disrespected, we're in situations where we're micromanaged, we're in situations where our worth is not valued. Like it's a multitude of things, okay? So if you are in that situation and you recognize that that is your job situation, I would strongly suggest that you start exit planning, okay? So exit planning is something I did, and it was very oh wow, I just saw this comment in the chat, Camille. That's deep. It's not normal to take ibuprofens daily. No, it's not. It's not normal to have to take any type of medication to go to your job and or deal with the impact that the job has had on you. That's another sign. It's time to go. It's time to go. Okay. So again, when I talk about exit planning, I just want everyone to know that my true focus on being here is that I want you to be well. And I want you to be in environments where you are respected. I don't want anyone, because I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to just feel like I'm about to lose it, right? I don't want you to feel that in relation to any job. Okay. So if you are in a situation where you feel that you are becoming physically ill, psychologically, you are not at your best. Spiritually, you're questioning why would God put you in this situation? Again, that's not the place for you. So my hope is that you recognize the signs and that you don't lie to yourself. I think that's lying to yourself actually when you say to yourself, I'm just going to hang on till, or I'm going to try to stick it out until. Okay, I think we're lying to ourselves with that. So let us not do that. Let us pay attention to the signs. Let us connect to the resources that are available to us. Let us seek therapy, right? So there's many things out there to help us. But I think the most important thing is our mind frame, our mindset in terms of knowing that we deserve better and making steps to get that. Okay. So again, I share with you as I'm closing out that one of the resources available to you is the masterclass that I mentioned before, which is in collaboration with S. Emery Archer, the anti-HR lady. And the masterclass is Save Yourself, Channel Your Inner Harriet, so that you can get out of that toxic, hostile job with your sanity and your coins. Again, if you are concerned that you don't want people to know you're in the masterclass, there's a way to work around that. Okay, so don't keep that, don't have that concern keep you from accessing the resource. Okay, so yes, recognize lifelines when they appear. Absolutely, absolutely. So I will be signing off. I'll put the description section for the masterclass in the description section. And please tune in to the part 2 of Black Women in Toxic Jobs taking our power back. My hope is that you're taking your power back too, and that when these toxic jobs try to beat us down, that we take a moment. If you could take a leave of absence, please do that. But remember that you are a queen, even though they try to treat you like something else. You are a queen, sis. You're a queen, okay? So thank you for tuning in. I'm signing off, and I will see you next time. Oh, if you ever already subscribed to my channel, please do so. Lifting Up to Climb Consulting Wellness Services. Okay. Take care. Bye bye.